Indian IT industry has been highly dependent on H1B visas for a long time. But for the last few months, you could see this coming. So this is no real surprise. It was a surprise when it first got announced. But now you could see that it was coming. So companies have already prepared themselves better. They are now saying that we will take only the higher end of talent from here. And we will coach and train people in the host countries to be able to do the jobs. So while there will be some time lag, but I think in the long run, this will even itself out. But for US as a country, I think it's important to think about what it is they want out of their own policy making. It has been the champion of free markets around the world. It has also benefited more from globalization than any other country in the world. And in the last 2 decades or so, it is countries in Asia which are benefiting more. Now, China and India today are countries which have seen the maximum benefit in the last 25 years. So there is no doubt that globalization benefits people, benefits communities. The difference is at what point in time, which country is at which stage of evolution. In the long run, it is clear you cannot get away from globalization. We are too far gone at this stage. I think we will see some hiccups, but in the long run, I don't see this as a serious issue.
So my final question would be on GST and the auto sector. We know that the fitment committee yesterday finished their first meeting. What kind of a rate do you think would be suitable for the auto sector? Also coming up with the whole BS4 compliance, there's a lot of stocks left. There's a lot of inventory. So how can we deal with it? I think CM is already working on it. If you could just react on these two issues, sir.
So GST is something that industry and India has been clamoring for a long, long time now. Finally, it looks like it's around the corner, and hopefully it will get implemented in July. So what category fits where, I think, is not such a big issue any longer in India as it was earlier, because they've made so many categories, and I believe that's been done to cause the least amount of pain. So when you actually fit something in, the change in the current excise or service tax rates to what might become in the GST will be minimal change. Industry had earlier said cars should no longer be treated as a luxury and they should be at a more normalized rate, but the government has taken a view on that. But the changes itself, I think, will not be so dramatic now. And as to the BS4, BS4 again is a good thing for the country, for the people, for the environment. But many feel that the courts could have taken a more practical view of goods that have already been manufactured, because again it means damage and loss of products which have been created and potential job loss for that short-term period.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/ETNow.